So I've just found a cellar hole, y'all, right there. Oh, no way. Look at that. Oh, So I'm out here today doing some metal detecting, and I just searched this field, and I figured I'd walk over to the woods. And look at what I found. We have a cellar hole. This is the inside of an old house. Either that or it was dug out. Look. There's bricks. Oh, man. Hopefully it's old and not new bricks. They look fairly old. So this is the inside of a house right on the edge of that field. And I walked out in the field, wasn't getting no signals. I came in here and there's iron everywhere. So this is the site for sure. Let's see what we can find with the detector. This site's definitely been detected just from a quick swing through the area. There's a lack of signals, but I just found a button. First find of the day at this cellar hole site. That's an old flat button. So that's a good sign. They missed it. A little small target like this. Let's keep on going and see what else they missed. Maybe they left a coin for me. This one's given an 80. I hope it's something good. Right there. Oh, I think it's gonna be trash. No? That's an old piece of lead. Look how white it is. Wow. Yeah, that is lead. Okay. Looks like it might have a design on it. That's a good sign. Got a 90 right here. Man, that sounds really good. This is gonna be a coin. Probably King George copper. Or it could be a silver dime, modern dime. Never know. Let's see what it is. All right. Should be down in the bottom of the hole. Let me dig it out. Still down there. Under that root. It's always under the root, y'all. Yeah, let's try that. I think it's on the side. Let's carefully excavate it out. It should be a big coin. Oh no, what is it? Oh, it's a buckle. Man, colonial buckle. That's beautiful. Look, it's not even perfectly aligned. Looks like it got bent years ago. That is awesome. What a find. Man, that's old. I'd say mid 1700s or older. Sweet, it's down there deep too. This is definitely an old site. It's been detected pretty hard, but they missed a couple of low tones. So shallow. That is piece to a colonial buckle. Very awesome. Yep, colonial shoe buckle. Just a little fragment they missed. Well, that gives me hope. There's probably gonna be a cut real in here or a gold coin. Let's keep going. Oh my goodness, y'all, I cannot believe it. I was just talking about silver in here and I got a signal showed up in the 70s. You won't believe what it is. I just seen it with the pin pointer. It was right there. Oh, no way. Look at that. Oh, it's a cut piece of silver. I done it again. Wow, I've only been here like 7 minutes now. Unbelievable, they missed it. Wow, let's clean it up and get a better look. That is awesome, y'all. Oh my goodness. It is beautiful. Man, that almost looks like a hammered coin. Let's look at this closer. Oh man, a beautiful piece of cut silver. I'm not exactly sure what it is at the moment, y'all. It's old. Wow, unbelievable. Let's get a close-up. There's some writing on it there. It's a cut piece of silver. I'd say based on the size, it's off like a 2 real, but that's an older one, really early. I'm gonna have to do some research real quick and figure out exactly what coin this is from. I'm sure y'all will know. And if you do, comment below. That is awesome. You can see where it's been cut. They took a chisel or something and just chopped on it and cut the coin so they can make change. Wow, I'll take that, y'all. That is a piece of treasure right there. Probably 300 years old. It looks different than a normal 2 real or pistarine, so this is something else. We'll have to look it up a little bit more later, but definitely a piece of cut silver. It's got some writing on it, which will help us identify it. We don't have the date part, so we'll have to find that. Awesome. Well, let's put it up somewhere safe, and we're going to keep on digging out here and see if we can find some more. What a day. All right, this one was very deep, y'all. Way down there in the bottom. I just got it out. It's going to be some type of colonial mount for leather. Wow, this place is producing. I wasn't expecting it to. Like I said, it's lacking signals. There's a lot of iron, but not many signals except in certain spots. But hey, they still missed some good stuff. So whoever detected it had to have been like 20 years ago. Wow, research paid off again, y'all. I knew there was a site back here. I just got a coin down here. It's not what I was expecting for a 1700 site. We have a buffalo nickel. Well, that's my first one for 2025. And a 1700 site too. I'll take it, y'all. Might be able to get a date off of it later. We're gonna put it in the pouch and keep on going. 90. It sounds tiny though. It's a small signal. I don't think it's a King George copper. This doesn't sound like a big enough target, but we're gonna dig it out and see. Hopefully it will be something good, being such a high tone. Probably something tiny. Oh yeah, 90. It's a bullet. Just got a relic right there. Decorative relic at that. Little swirly design on it. That's gonna be a colonial rosette, it looks like. Or horse mount piece. Wow, look at that. That's really early. We're in a 1700 site. That is awesome. Research paid off, y'all. Let's keep on going. See what else we can find. And a site with all this old stuff. I just found a wheat penny. You never know what you're gonna find. Maybe we'll get a marble. So this has to be the smallest thimble I have ever found. Look how small it is compared to my hands. That was made for a child. And back in the day, a lot of children would sew buttons on and stuff like that for clothes. So clothes and shirts, everybody was losing their flat buttons. That's gotta be really old. The smallest thimble I have ever found. Wow. That is incredible. Usually they're twice the size of that. That might even be early 1700s. Thimbles were really popular in the late 1600s. They could go back older than that, but I know we find them at a lot of 1700 sites, so that's sweet. Just dug a very small signal. It was a low tone, and that is a button. It's a pewter button. That means we're in an old site right there. Yeah, this is 1770s or older. It might even have, ooh, maybe it has writing on it. Kind of small for a USA button, but you never know. Oh, it's got a flower. Would you look at that? That's awesome. Little flower button made out of pewter. Probably cast molded. That is really sweet. Good example of a colonial period button. Look at the back. You can see where it was molded there. Probably a lady's button. That is beautiful. 10 feet or so from where I got that silver coin. I just found right there where my backpack is. That old silver, which I believe is going to be 1600s. So we have a plantation hoe right here. They were working these fields years ago, and now it's turned into woods, all grown up. That's cool. Old piece of history. So I'm not far away from where I found that slave hoe. We've got a bunch of brick here. The brick is actually right there. And there's nails everywhere. I'm just behind the house. The house is probably 200 feet that way. So this is an old cabin site, probably a slave cabin. We're gonna search it and see what we can find right here. I think we're gonna get onto something. So this is unbelievable. I got a signal here, kick back the leaves, and I seen it right on top of the ground. Look at that. It's right on top. That's gotta be a coin or a button. Ooh, it's a beautiful flat button. It gave a 54 signal in the nickel range. It's a tomback. Right on top. That is awesome. So we're into the 1700s now, late 1700s. A lot of history at this site. It's a good signal. 78, 79. It could be a lot of things. No point in guessing. I've been surprised already today. Let's see what it is. Ooh, we got some bone. Is that bone? Yeah, bone. Oh, we got some ash. We're in a site. House probably burned down. Let's see if we can find it with the pinpointer. There's a couple things in there. We got brick too. good bit of brick. Lots of roots. All right. Ooh, I see it. They got a spoon handle. All right. That's colonial. Pewter spoon handle. We're definitely in a little cabin site right here. That's sweet. I'm gonna have to dig this out. Look at all the brick. So as I was filling in the hole where I got the spoon handle, I found this. It's a really old piece to a plate. Look at that. Let's wipe it off and get a better look. That looks like it's gonna be something really good. Oh, it's got some blue on it, but that's not feather edge. That's something older. It's got a nice design. Wow, 1700s for sure. Oh my goodness, y'all. There's iron everywhere in here, and I just got a signal mixed in. Check out what it is. That's a colonial shoe buckle. Oh man. I think I hit it with the shovel. Let's see, it was under all them roots. I was chopping at that root right there, and then it popped out the bottom right here. Let's see if we can find it. It may have been broken, but that is amazing. I got a big nail out of here, big spike. Look at that. You know, sometimes it happens, y'all. Roots are always the enemy of relics. Look at the ash in there. I'm gonna recheck it with the detector, see if I can find another piece, but that is a beautiful buckle. Wow. So it looks to be made out of pewter. It's not silver, it's pewter. Look at the designs on it. Very early colonial buckle. It's very fragile, so that explains the break in there. You just touch this and this thing will break. It's so old. Found the missing piece, y'all. It definitely broke, but it will go right there, back in place. We can glue it together. And I'm getting a lot of ash out of the hole and brick. Look down in there, you can see the black ash. Wow. I kicked back the leaves and seen it. It's gonna be another flat button. All right. Wow, this area back in here seems like it's undisturbed. When you're finding relics on top of the ground, that's a good sign. Nobody's detected it. So I got another signal on top of the ground here. Very shallow signal. See if we can find it. Well, it might actually be in the ground. It's right there. There it is. Look at that. It was in the ground barely. Ooh, that's an old colonial buckle right there. Man, I'm in an old site for sure. Look at that. Still got the pins in it, made out of iron. Beautiful. Dug that little buckle right here, right beside it. Another signal. We have a colonial dresser plate piece. The drawer handle would have went through these holes here. That is beautiful. Looks like that's a piece of metal right there in it. This house definitely burned down. We're finding everything inside of it. Their shoe buckles, that means their shoes, their belts, their dressers, and their spoons. All in one spot, literally in this small area. All cleaned up, and that is beautiful. Nice design on it. 1700s. Dresser drawer handle plate. Just got a rat tail spoon. Look at that. Same area as the buckle and everything I've been finding. This is a hot spot. Old saddle strap mount. Horse tack related item. That's colonial. Unbelievable. What a day, y'all. Just dug a piece of silver off something. Little silver sheet metal. All right. Hey, it counts. So I just got a really good signal here mixed in with iron. I dug a big plug to make sure I wouldn't hit it, even though there's a lot of roots. And I see it. Look at that. It's on the shovel blade. Wow. What is it? It's the biggest button I've ever seen, if it's a button. Oh my goodness, that is massive. That's got to be like a George Washington button. The largest dandy button I've found, I think. That's bigger than a Morgan silver dollar. So I dug the button right there. I got the buckle right there. I got a button there. I got a spoon handle. I got a spoon bowl. Everything was in this little area right here on the side of this hill. So there's going to be nothing on the front of this one. That is a massive button. Probably went on a coat. This one scared me. I thought I had silver. It's a silver washed button. Small flat button. I'm still in the same spot, y'all. Haven't moved from this 10 by 10 foot area. Lots of iron in here, so I'm working in between it, pulling out the good relics. So this hill's going down to the valley there, and I got a signal on the side. right there. See if I can dig it out with my pinpointer. I'm gonna have to get the shovel for it, I think. Oh, there it is. Yep, looks like a piece of lead. Still signals in here though. Another old plantation hoe, right there. Second one of the day. These are very common in old sites. You know, you'll find 5 or 6 of them every location you hunt. That's from back in the day. Awesome. That one's in better shape than the first one I got. I'm still working this iron patch, y'all, and I got another signal. It was pretty deep. Check out what it is. Another colonial buckle, and unfortunately, it fell apart on me again. It's been a crazy day for buckles breaking, but that is really old. Look at that. It had a pewter and it had iron pins. Probably glue it back together, but it's just a shame. They keep breaking, or I keep hitting them or whatever. Under roots again. I've never seen one that big. That might have been just a belt instead of a shoe buckle. That was a big old belt buckle made out of pewter. It's old pins right there, 1770s or older. Just got a rat tail spoon. I dug it out with my fingers. Wow. That's an awesome find. I'm gonna have to get me a hand digger shovel. I had one years ago, but I lost it, and I haven't got one since. So I've been finding everything on the hillside right there. That small little dark spot where I've raked the leaves back. I've got like 20 good targets. And I got another signal right here, and it's up against this tree. That's weird. 98, it's like it got pushed down the hill. Let's see if we can find it. That's a really high signal. I don't know what it would be. Could be trash, could be a coin. Oh, I think we got a coin. Oh man, it's a copper coin. What's it gonna be? Surprised that wasn't a big real. Yeah, that's old copper. Man, we're gonna have to clean that up. I can't make out anything on this copper coin. I wanna wait till we get back to clean it up. It's definitely a colonial copper. Oh, maybe that's it right there. You see that? Looks like a head facing to the left. Maybe that's what I'm seeing. Hard to say if I'm holding it the right way. But that's pretty sweet. I'd say that's a early 1700s to late 1700s coin right there. Looks like they pushed everything down the hill. Just got an old iron. That's cool. It's broken, but they were ironing their clothes. And look at the brick. Dug that one out with my hands. Just right there, about 1 inch deep. Awesome. Still signals in here. It is getting slower, but I think we'll be able to pull out a couple more coins or something really rare. The mosquitoes are coming out like crazy, y'all. I don't know if you can see them, but they're swarming all over me. I just got a flat button. Nice tomback button. Have a really good find here. This is a pewter button. And it looks like it has a design on it. A swirly design. Trees have been falling all day in the woods from the wind. Sound like a bunch of trees falling. Or gunshots. You can see a little bit of design on there. Looks like a swirl. That's old. 1700s right there. Very fragile find. This was a big site. A lot of signals. I got a colonial saddle strap piece. Missing the bracket. So I've got an 80s right here. I'm hoping a coin. Ooh. There's something. That's not it, but that's where it was. There it is. Huh, that thingy looks really old. Might be off a sword. Handguard, I'm not sure. Looks like some writing on it. It's copper or brass. Wow, that's old. There's a lot of shallow targets in here. I got another one there. And it's gonna be a button. Look at that. Beautiful. It's got gold gilt still on it, so we're not gonna rub it. A little decorative button there. Wow. That's sweet. Look at the mosquitoes. This is insane, y'all. It's like I'm in a swamp. They're everywhere. We gotta dig faster. It's out the hole. I see it right there. Hopefully we didn't hit it. Nope. That is a spoon handle. Pewter. All right. There's still signals out here, y'all. I'm just working a little further from where I started. Hunting this hillside. Nobody would think to hunt this. They're all hunting on top of the hill. But down in here, they missed a lot of relics. That right there is a massive furniture tack off of like a leather chair. They would use these tacks and staple them in. Man, I'm getting ate by bugs, y'all. Let's keep on digging, see what else we can find. Just got another tomback button. All right, still working this hillside. There's a lot of targets on it. And it's mixed in with iron too, a lot of nails and mosquitoes. All right, y'all, so I'm here to take a moment to let you know about that silver cut coin I found today. It's been like 6 hours. I've been trying to figure out what it is, and my friend Soren has identified it for me. It's an unbelievable find. It's a King James I silver shilling. It's 1 shilling, and it's really old. It's from like 1600 to 1625 or so. I'll put the date up on the screen. So I just found a 400-year-old coin today in America. Wow, y'all. That's the oldest coin, the oldest silver coin I've ever dug in the States. I cannot believe it. But it's been like 6 hours since I found it, so I've calmed down and kind of forgot about it. But now that we've done research and figured out what it is, it's unbelievable. What a find. I'm gonna go get it out my backpack and give y'all another look at this thing. Here it is again, and this is the back of the shilling from James I. Wow. 1603 to 1625 was when they made this. So it's a 400-year-old coin, literally, because we're in 2025 right now. Look at that. Let's see if we can get to focus. There's the back, FRA for France. Wow. But it's from Britain, Great Britain. And back in the day, the coins would say Great Britain and France on them. So that is really cool. It's a hammered silver coin at that, not just a silver coin, it's hammered. That is unbelievable. It's been cut to make change. And whoever lost this was probably one of the first people that came to our country years ago. 400 years ago. That's treasure right there, y'all. Unbelievable. I didn't even have to go to England to find a hammered silver coin. This is the first for the entire day. I finally got a musket ball. Not far from where I got that cut hammered silver. Right over here by my backpack. All right. Musket ball to end the day. That's sweet. Old one too. It's probably been fired, or it could have just been smushed. Still signals in here. And I have a pouch full of relics in my vest here. So now that I think about it, I don't think that's a cellar hole right there. I do think those bricks are from a house site, and it's probably the house site I'm detecting. But I feel like maybe they dug out this area for some reason. They needed the dirt, and they dug it out, took the dirt somewhere else. Who knows where they put it. But I don't think it's a cellar hole. It's just a square hole, but it looks freshly dug out. There's no big trees or anything growing up through it. So that's weird. So I'm heading back to the truck now. It's almost dark. I'm gonna clean up all my finds and give y'all a look at everything. It's been an amazing day. 400-year-old coin, lots of relics, flat buttons, shoe buckles, all kinds of interesting stuff. So there's some of the big iron from today. 1, 2 plantation hose. I got an iron, some other rusty stuff, pieces of kettles and pots. I got a bottom of one right there. That's pretty cool. Old cooking pot. This is early stuff. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna come across out there, that is for sure. Got some more iron. And some other stuff right here. A bunch of trash in the pouch. I will have to clean it out and go through everything. Here's some of the iron from the other day. Got that big old copper piece right here. I got plantation hose, the old tobacco sickle things, what it looks like. There's the axe head. So I'm back in from metal detecting, y'all. What a day. Got some great finds. So this is gonna wrap it up, y'all. That is a pile of finds right there from a colonial site. This is most of the good stuff. I got around a dozen buttons. That's a big one right there. It's gonna be the largest dandy button I've found. Got a pewter button with a flower on it right there. Another pewter button right here. You can see it's already starting to corrode and flake apart, but it has a little swirly design, which is similar to this. This is a colonial mount of some type. Probably went on a horse saddle. Tombacks, other buttons. There's another colonial piece right there that mounted onto some leather. Here's the colonial shoe buckle I found, one of them. You can see it's already starting to deteriorate. The pewter is drying out, so I'm gonna have to glue that back together to preserve it. Got a piece to an old plate right here that's really old. If y'all know an idea of how old it is, comment below. Got a rat tail spoon. We know that's 1700s right there. Also have another spoon right here. You can see it has a design on it. There's a spoon handle, saddle strap piece. This piece off a dresser. That's really cool. Dresser drawer piece. Handle would have went through the holes right there. Nice shoe buckle. Really nice colonial buckle. You can see the design on it. Got a musket ball. Fired or dropped. Couple more buckles. Piece of a shoe buckle there. This is an interesting find. That's going to be really old. Got a furniture tack, real large one. What else haven't we shown yet? Oh yeah, I got this coin right here. I'm not exactly sure what it is yet. Some type of old copper. I'm scared to clean it. I'm just gonna keep it how it is for now, but it does look like it has a head on it right there. Got a baby thimble, real small one. Another larger thimble there. There's my old coin, 400 years old. So this is a hammered silver coin that has been cut for change. And it was made around 1600 to 1625. King James I. It's part of a shilling. And I believe mine was made around 1603 to 1604 based on that thistle right there. I don't know if y'all can make it out on the edge. So really old coin, over 400 years old. That's unbelievable, y'all. What a find. My oldest silver coin for America. Saddle strap piece, colonial. That's a piece of silver right there. Almost forgot to show. Off of something. Who knows what. Overall, pretty good day. That's a lot of signals to dig. Here's a buffalo nickel. Can't forget that. Also got a wheat penny as well. And a bunch of other odds and ends. There's an iron buckle. Piece of brass or copper. Old nail, handmade nail. So that was an early sight. We'll have to go back and see what I missed. But I'd say I got a majority of the targets in there the first trip in. But we'll try it again. You never know. Sometimes we miss a lot of stuff.